Sunday! Okay, I have been really hitting it hard. I think sometimes in the media with a lot about writing. I like journaling, I like writing mail. I thought it might be worth hearing the story that got me laying pen to paper, why I value it so much, and why I really suggest others get into that as a practice. So, I first remember doing a lot of writing when I was spending summers with my grandparents. My brother and I would go visit them, and it was fun. And my brother, being the naturally gifted genius he is, he just got to chill, and he was doing whatever, reading, enjoying himself, and months off of school. Well, I did not get the smarts that are natural to him, but working hard is sort of the thing for me, so I just got to work. I was sitting there with Nan, and Nan is my mom's mother, my grandmother, but she goes by Nan. The van is named after her. Her name was Peggy, so the van is Peg. And I remember doing workbooks with her, and she would have me vocabulary words and assigned reading, and I was reading, awesome literature like Lord of the Flies and To Kill a Mockingbird, and we would talk about it, and she would just ask me how I perceived that, and was learning the words throughout the book too, because she was making a vocabulary list and other things. I remember getting frustrated because a lot of it didn't come easy to me in terms of the other subjects, science and math, but it was really funny because I was staying sharp during the summers, and she would incentivize me with a fruit popsicle in the hot North Carolina summers. So it was a really good bonding experience, and I think that's why she was one of my early real significant mentors or coach in life. She was probably the original life coach as I see it, because about the time we were entering middle school, high school, my brother's 3 years older than I am, she began asking us to write and answer a few questions for Christmas. So she would send us this in the summer, so we had plenty of time to think on it and ponder and really articulate our thoughts on it. And she would then sort of conduct a group conversation over the holidays. It turned into a lot less about gift giving, but really quality time together, and then us assessing and really examining our year and what it meant to us. So those questions early on, before we even were doing the group convos, she was having us do grateful books. I remember having to write a grateful book, 3 items that I was thankful for in my life before going to bed. And that was early on, before I even had decent handwriting. Still barely do. But her questions that she would give us were really, intuitive in terms of provoking thought. What are the events this year that occurred, and what do they mean to you? And that, a lot of it was early on, and not as much was happening. We were just going to school and doing the thing. Who's the most important person in your life right now, and why? Convictions that you live by and how it shapes your behavior. I gave you $20 last year to do a good deed with. What did you do, and how did it make you think? Weaknesses and strengths. What book did you read this year, and what did you do to put that knowledge into use? You had a fun time at Wakeboard Nationals this year, and you won. What did it mean, and what's next after wakeboarding? You hiked the Appalachian Trail this year. How did that experience, improve your confidence? And that's a mild dose of the questions. There was a handful of questions every year, and I do have them recorded, and that's actually the journal prompts that I send all of my clients now to start. I've got 30 days worth of journal prompts that I really want people to start diving into. Well, this process was really cool. Even as a teenager, I thought, oh, I got to do this shit before we head down for the holidays and make sure I have something to talk about. But soon it was something I recognized as a really transformative process, because writing is making me think a lot about what I'm doing that I'm stoked about or proud of, and what I want to do moving forward to make it better or adjust. Whoa. What's happening? Okay, it's still going. Sweet. Oh. So my music turned on. How about that? Lesson learned. You have to keep the screen live if you do these. And anyways, she ended up falling ill a few years back as I was graduating from DPT school. And as I'm studying for boards, I remember going down to see her, and we had our last few conversations, and she's always been such a visionary, and she gave me the blueprint back that I had drawn her years before. I thought it was worthy to explain to my grandma why a modern dude would want to live in a van, and she was like, you want to live in a van. Little did I realize, she lived through the 60s and 70s and introductory surf culture, so she knew what it was about. But anyways, I drew her a blueprint. She gave it back to me that week and said, keep it in front of you. If this is something you really want to do, you've got to see it. And I know you want to do this. So she gave that back. And then she gave us all of our letters back with some responses. So there we had 8-10 years of letters showing us how we had grown from being a teenager into a young man. And I just thought that gift was such a thoughtful way to send us out on our journey alone without her. And she had asked me to speak at her funeral, and I just thought that was maybe like it had to be the keystone of what I said at her celebration of life, because she gave us a gift that was such a continued giving to others. She helped us reflect and become free-thinking men, and really sent us out with more tools than I ever realized that we were gaining from just having a really great cook of a grandmother and fun experience on the holidays, and really fond memories in our southern summers. So be like Nan, and be like that for other people in your life, and help them think, and really be there for them in terms of reflection and self-assessment, and really provoke thought in them. Help them be there for themselves, so when you're not there, they can be. And I think the legacy is Peg, and me doing this life in my van, and here I am not doing as much medicine, but finding myself in a position to coach and do that. And it is funny, I was talking with my mom just this week, and she was like, you know who you are, right? She's like, you're Nan. I was like, proud to be, that is a strong legacy, and some shoes that I would like to fill, hope to do so adequately. And she had started a book and never got around to finishing it after having lived through some interesting times, and I intend to finish it and put my own polishing touches on it. Anyways, I am on the way to surf, a Tennessee boy getting ready to go surf in Washington. It will be behind the boat. I've got new friends, so I'm going to go do that. I hope everyone does have a really good Sunday. And if you don't know where to start on your personal process of writing, just DM me and I'll send you some prompts. I'll send you exactly what I send to my clients, as well as I would suggest you trying some unbroken writing. Pick a time limit. it's 5, 10, or 15 minutes, you just have to start. And get ready. You'll see what's going on with you. It's really neat when you do lay pen to paper. Have a good weekend.